The Obsidian Codex, Episode 2, The Package. November 9th, 2016. Field notes, Dr. Robert Kerr, Nelson Kerr Chair, and blah, blah, blah. Add whatever's needed to show I'm an academic badass. Today, I was gonna grade a stack of egregiously documented graduate research papers, but this country has just elected a thieving, racist, rapist as president, and I can't focus. Besides, I haven't documented my research this last month since returning to Austin, so this is a perfect moment. Nice and hot. Okay, perfect. All right. No sooner had I arrived than I started digging through my grandfather's notes for mention of a codex. No dice. Nada. At my wit's end, I realized there was one last place to check. A box of teaching material at grandfather's archive at Benson Latin American Collection. After rifling through mimeographed notes and exams, photocopies of excellent student papers, and journal articles, I found an intriguing clipping. It's an article from the Austin American Statesman about 3 female UT college students going missing in late 1975. In the margin is a note in what seems to be grandfather's handwriting. It's mostly reels destroyed. It's mostly. It's novelty, with which you'd better have more than a passing familiarity, hypothetical graduate assistant who's listening to me right now. Translated, it means something like Book of Obsidian, Obsidian Book, Obsidian Codex, Reels. Cabello said something about grandfather transcribing his words from reels. It seems the codex is real. Da-dum-tsh. Damn it, who's calling my landline in this hour? Oh, come on, Jesus Christ, I'm going. Hello? Oh, Susan, it's you. How's the new husband? Elated that Trump won, I'm guessing. Because you left me for a dull-witted capitalist, hello. Yeah, whatever. Christmas? I was gonna wait until the boys come visit during Thanksgiving to ask... I know what an amp is, Susan. An amplifier. So... Wait. Thomas is going from acoustic to electric? Okay. I don't get why you keep humoring this bullshit. He needs to deepen his academic skills, his knowledge, and not waste his time with rock music or whatever. More involved in their lives? Look, bitch, you're the one who dragged my sons off to Maine with you. Your family, yeah. Those boys won't ever fit into that blue blood neoliberal white bubble. What, I live in a bubble? You're out of your freaking mind, like always. Gaslighting my ass. Fine, whatever. Tell Thomas to call me tonight. Right, I'm gonna talk some sense into him. Ugh, I hate talking to my ex-wife. Stirs up all that rank sediment in my soul. We made so many mistakes. Did such harm to each other. Our marriage just crumbled under the weight of it all. Hell, if I'm honest, it's mostly on me. A decade ago, once the search for the secret journals had fizzled out, my grandfather's death finally hit me. Hard. But I probably would have been just fine had it not been for the accident that killed my mother and father just 6 weeks later. A hit and run. The police never found the culprit. Like my mother, I'm an only child, and my father's sister succumbed to polio before adolescence. So beyond my abuela, the estranged members of her clan in Tepoztlan, and my 2 young sons, I was essentially bereft of family. In answer to the pain that gnawed at my heart, I plunged into a massive project, a new translation of the Florentine Codex with a normative transcription of the Nahuatl and an ample concordance. The work devoured every moment of my free time, one of many reasons my wife cited when she left me, taking the boys and moving to Maine, the land of her pedigreed ancestors. Devastated at the distance between my sons and me, I immersed myself even more deeply in my work. Yet, though teaching and translating consumed me, there were other hungers that surfaced from time to time. A need for companionship, the urge to feel another's warm flesh against mine. Now that I look back, it was similar to what I felt as a graduate student in the late 90s, right before meeting Susan Mills at a black tie affair thrown by the university president. Perhaps sensing that yearning within me, my roommate and best friend, Lucienne Levesque, tried to strike up a romance with me. We slept together once, a surprising and not unpleasant experience. But the realization that I was bisexual, that I was falling in love with my friend, was startling and kind of scary. Or maybe just distracting. Not convenient for my career, my plans. When Lucien asked me to go to Honduras with him for a year-long research assignment, I balked. Using my dissertation as an excuse, I remained behind. I met Susan, got engaged, was married by the time the boy returned, heartbroken at what he perceived as my betrayal. How might my life have changed had I followed my heart and not my mind? If I had been less calculating and more daring? But I can't travel back in time. Past is the past. All you can do is efface it. Destroy the abominations you've created. Is that what I did to my marriage? Deliberately tear it down out of regret and spite? So there I was, 2011, divorced but newly tenured, in the news because of my ambitious project to be published by Oxford University Press, free, famous, and horny. So I began a string of affairs, mostly with research assistants. Not particularly ethical. Young men and women both. Sure, the power dynamic was gross. I was abusing my power and position, but I didn't care. I put the needs of my flesh above everything else. My heart, however, I kept sealed away. Summers were for my sons, a lovely season in which I tried to recapture the bliss of my own youth, the joy of moments spent at the side of my father and grandfather. But despite my efforts, Michael and Thomas withdrew from me emotionally as they entered adolescence, following the lead of their new stepfather, a typical sports-loving, conservative man of some means who married Susan not long after our divorce was final. And here I am, almost 6 years later, alone in this old house. My grandmother's passing has left me unmoored from family connections of any real weight, adrift in sargassos of souring solitude. Shit, I need to delete this. What a shameless confession. Imagine the scandal if anyone ever heard it. November 9th, 2016. Field Notes, Dr. Robert Kerr. A newspaper clipping with marginal notes by Dr. Nelson Kerr confirms the existence of the Itzamochtli, or Obsidian Codex, recorded on a reel-to-reel before being transcribed by the professor, possibly in journals that he kept hidden somewhere. A graduate student named Carmen Maldonado went missing in 1975 in Mexico. I believe she was searching for the original reels my grandfather recorded. I've managed to track down her younger sister, Nanabel. She lives in Buda, just a few miles down I-35 from here. I'm gonna call her now to see whether she has any useful information about the Codex or the reels or just anything at all that might help me. All right.
Hello?
Hi, good morning. Is this Anabel Maldonado?
Yeah, who's asking?
I know this is a little out of the blue, but my name is Dr. Robert Kerr. I'm a professor at the University of Texas.
Yeah, I know who you are. You're the grandson of that piece of shit, Nelson Kerr.
Well, yeah, wasn't your sister Carmen his protege?
Yeah, more like his pawn. You know, he sent her off on some suicide mission back in the 70s.
Suicide mission seems like a bit of an exaggeration, but yeah, he sent her to Mexico, right? To Itzpapalapa?
Yeah, if that's where the Cueva del Diablo is located, sure. Did you know that hundreds of people have gone missing in that cave?
Yeah.
Who the hell sends a graduate student to a place like that? What evil shit did she go looking for?
Well, I couldn't say what the point of the trip was, but you don't know anything about some recordings, the reels, the Codex?
No, Professor. All I know is that whatever Carmen did for your grandfather on that mountain backfired, like a curse. I lost my whole family, pendejo. My parents died, my brother and sister too. I came down with lupus.
Oh.
Probably only survived because I was a baby when Carmen broke whatever ancient laws your grandfather didn't have the balls to break himself.
Oh, well, look, I'm sorry about your family's tragedies, but this is important. Your sister, she didn't leave any documentation behind? Letters, recordings, something?
Screw you, even if she did. I wouldn't give your goddamn family access to anything. I've suffered enough, y'all have taken everything from me. And besides, I've been told...
You've been told what? By whom?
Forget about it. Go back to your comfy, privileged life. Forget Carmen ever existed.
Comfy? Well, if it's money you want, I could certainly go to the bank and...
Yeah, vete a la chingada, pendejo.
Yikes. So now 3 individuals have intimated that the contents of the Codex are somehow dangerous. This may be a variation on the curse legends that so many archaeologists come across in their work. You know, like the mummy's curse and stuff like that, right? Attempts by the indigenous people of an area to keep foreign scientists from disturbing holy artifacts, and understandably so. But the second monk seemed to encourage me, like he wants me to unleash the curse. Ah, by the way, I've managed to decipher the names he called me. What was the first one? Tlacactiani. That meant silencer. Old Nahuatl word. And the other one was Tlapetiani. It means opener. Quien sabe por qué chingados I deserve such titles? Whom have I silenced? What have I opened? Perhaps the answers are in grandfather's secret journals. If I ever find them. Father Quevedo seemed pretty sure they'd fall into my hands, and the note at my hotel said, soon. Well, I guess I'll just have to... Puta madre, what now? There's a brown truck parked in the street. But I haven't ordered anything. Shit, let me go see what it is. Damn it. Yes, can I help you? Dr. Robert. It's Kerr, yeah, that's me. Delivery from yeah. Okay, can you send it? Sure. Right now, see. Well, it's... Have a great day. You too. Wow, what is this? Oh, well, the delivery man looked pretty good in that uniform. Had those rugged, handsome features like the marble man in khakis. Anyway, he gave me a small package bound in brown paper and twine. Its dimensions and heft suggest 2 or 3 small books. Let's see here. The return address is in Cuernavaca, which is the capital city of Morelos, not far from Tepoztlan. There's no name, but let's see what I can find here. I'll pull up. Okay. Privada, San Benito sin número. Aguatepec. 62300 Cuernavaca, Morelos. Boom. Monasterio de Nuestra Señora de los Ángeles. Okay, then, yeah, as I suspected. Yeah, this monastery was founded some 50 years ago in the Ajusco Mountains on the outskirts of the city proper. It's the freaking monks again. Quevedo knew someone would send the journals to me. That's why he warned me to burn them when they arrived. That's what he was talking about. He also spoke of the keepers of the Obsidian Codex. Could the weird monk with the 6-sun emblem on his robes be one of them? Are they housed in that monastery? Oh, god damn it. Too many questions. I'm not even sure these are grandfather's journals. Let me solve that mystery first. Where's my knife? Stupid twine. You want me to, like, end the world? Maybe you should, like, freaking make it easier to open this stuff. Alright, okay, 2 leather-bound volumes, the initials NK embossed on their covers. Flap, lots of pages here. Notes in a flowing cursive script. Broken here and there by ink sketches or watercolor renderings of ancient structures, the temples and other kinds of buildings, other kinds of artwork and glyphs. Pages full of. Well, I recognize the handwriting. I know it well. These are definitely my grandfather's missing journals. Obsidian Codex, featuring the vocal talents of Loba and MIDI Quartz.